If a man can't be a woman because it's too difficult or for whatever reason, then how is it possible that a man could be a woman in a different reincarnation?
It's not that a man cannot be a woman, period. Meaning that there is a certain limitation that the body has. The soul that a person has, that's the real you. That's the real you. Your soul is the real you. The body is simply a piece of clothing. Now you're looking at me, and you know that the suit that I'm wearing is simply a suit. That's not me. Like, I don't always wear this suit. I sometimes wear other clothes. Like, if you come to my house, you'll see I actually have other clothes. I don't always look like this. So this is not me. Same thing like you. You're not always wearing this same clothes. You go home and you change clothes. Sometimes you have to bathe, usually without clothes. The clothes is not you. It's just something you wear. The body, that's not you. It's not you. The soul is you. The soul you have inside, the neshama you have inside, that's you. But that soul that you have is unlimited, but the body is limited. It is restricted. Just like, for example, you're not gonna, if you wear certain types of clothes, they're going to limit you. For example, if you want to exercise, you're not going to exercise with a suit on. Why? Because the suit is going to restrict you. You're not going to be able to run as fast, you're not going to be able to lift certain weights, or else you're going to end up ripping the suit, which means it's not designated for this activity. It's not designated for this activity. On the other hand, if you go to a theater, you go to one of these art exhibits, you're going to go to one of these art exhibits, and you go there with just underwear on, most likely they're not going to let you in unless you become an art exhibit yourself. But then you have to take off the underwear too, because they say, oh yeah, wow, look, he's a human. Wow, he's a human. You know, and people are dumb. But the point is, you realize the clothes limits you. Your body limits you. Your body limits you. So a male body, that uniform is limited psychologically and also physically. The certain hormones that a male produces limit his ability to take pain. Whereas the hormones that a female produces give her more ability to take pain. For example, a woman can take the pain of giving childbirth. Even though most women today, when they give birth, they have a C-section, or even if they give natural birth, they take a shot. They give them a shot, an epidural, that gives them the ability to have the baby without enduring the massive amount of pain. But for many, many, many generations, throughout all of history, that wasn't available. Even today, once in a blue moon, there are women that elect to not take the shot. They want to go natural. Now, one woman that said she wanted to go natural, she told her husband, who told me, that she thought, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? I'm gonna have a birth. What's the what? My mom did it, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, everybody did it with natural. She said that when she was having a kid, if she had a knife in her hand, she'd cut her own wrists. That's how much pain it was. That's how much pain it was. She literally would kill herself. She says it was better to die than to endure the pain. And she begged them for the shot. They ended up giving her the shot. But the point is, and that was before the climax of the pain. But nonetheless, what does that also tell us? That tells us that technically, even though she may not like it, and no woman likes it, she can endure that pain. A man cannot. A man cannot. Hashem did not design a man to endure such a pain. If a man endured the pain of child labor, he would simply die. Simply die. He can't. Same thing goes where there is many, many things in regards to scientists and psychologists, all types of people have looked into the strength of women versus men. Where strength of men come through repetition, strength of women come sometimes based on the event, based on her emotions. Such as is well known that a woman is much more connected to her children than the man is. Because the child came from her. It was literally a body part of hers for 9 months. The man, okay, he contributed for 2 seconds 9 months ago. He didn't, there's not much that comes from him. Woman, she carried the baby for 9 months. So now, that woman is connected not just emotionally, but physically to this kid, permanently. To the extent that if a woman sees her child under a car, she could literally have the strength to lift the car from the kid. Husband, police, yeah, can you send an ambulance? Yeah, my kid's under the car. I don't think he's gonna make it. What's the father gonna do? Nothing. Can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. Why? There's certain strength that a woman has. So from here we learn there's certain things that this shell, this uniform that each one of us have limitations, have restrictions, but also have capabilities that the opposite gender does not have. This is why no matter how many surgeries these psychopaths do that try to change their gender, they will never ever be the opposite gender. If you were born a male, you will die a male. You were born a female, you will die a female. You could have all types of surgeries, but all that you really need is simply to change your mind and understand this is what you are. You cannot change it. Adding body parts, changing body parts, not going to change everything else, despite the hormonal effects and everything else. You also see that the suicide rate with transgenders is higher than the rest of society by hundreds of percent, to the extent where nearly 50% of them, 50% of people that change their gender commit suicide, which shows us this is not a gender issue. It's a psychological sickness. If you want to be a different gender, or you even want to be with the same gender as yourself, you are psychologically sick. It has nothing to do with desire. It's psychological sickness. Now that comes from not controlling your desires and in essence giving yourself everything you want and not being satisfied with it and so on. But the point is that people that go to that extent where they want to change gender or they're open about this filthy behavior, they're psychologically sick people. So we see again from the Torah and from simply observing human beings that there are certain limitations to each gender. But the soul does not have these limitations. There is, though, a female soul and a male soul. But that's not two different souls. That's one and the same soul. Each soul, the Chazal tell us in Masechet Nida, that each soul is divided into two. One male part, one female part. And that's the zivug of a person. That's why it's called soulmate. Because soulmate comes from the Torah, where you're supposed to meet your soulmate, where you are the male part, she's the female part, and you connect finally into one soul. That's why the Rambam says, Ishto kegufo. He doesn't mean that just like a nice gesture. It's mamash. Your souls are actually connected, especially during the times of procreation. Your souls actually connect. When you learn Torah, your souls actually connect like they're supposed to. The male and the female soul connect and can do much more than what you do independently. So this is one of the things that is the beauty of marriage. Marriage in Judaism, in the Torah, is permanent. It's not just for 20 years and then you go somewhere else. It's permanently. You marry somebody here, you're going to be married to them over there. So make sure to choose wisely.